Greetings, co-creative artists of the new awakened consciousness of heaven on earth, as we tap into and awaken our full genius creative potential within. We paint the new earth manifestation upon our canvas of life. We had another day of massive waves of energy coming in, giving us powerful activations and releases. In the night I had an activation in the Taoist arts we call the jade pillow, where the base of the skull meets the vertebrae, which is a powerful portal, where there was a large pop and what felt like a lightning bolt shooting up the central channel of the brain we call the red phoenix of Mao Shan, and a blast out through the crown chakra. It was very intense, lighting up the crystal palace within. All these activations and upgrades we are receiving are preparing our vessels for the coming event, which is the quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien into Homo luminous, the transformation into eternal beings of infinite light and infinite life. Many of the myths of old speak of the original paradise, such as the Garden of Eden, which was heaven in an unconscious state. It took millions of years of the evolution of consciousness to reach the unity conscious state to make it possible for us to manifest the new Garden of Eden in a conscious state of being self-aware or self-awakened. This is self-ascension, meaning realizing our true nature of Buddha consciousness or Christ consciousness. Two different words or concepts we call fingers pointing to the same moon of enlightenment. And this is based on different languages and cultures. With the massive wave coming in today, Pachamama had a powerful activation with a 7 magnitude earthquake on the Ring of Fire in Panama, which has recently been downgraded since to a 6.7 magnitude. That came with a tsunami watch, which also has been lifted. Also more massive flooding in Europe and some of the worst flooding in China, with the breaking of 2 dams. With this quickening process, the weather and natural phenomenon are intensifying and accelerating. Today is also a 2121 portal, creating the 33 gateway of mastery and divinity, also very powerful. The next few days and through the weekend are going to be very intense. Keep holding the light and anchoring the frequencies and codes into the grid of Mother Earth, and send your love and light deep into the crystalline core of Terra Nova Gaia as the Queen's full awakened consciousness is made manifest and comes online. We light it up with our bliss, love, and joy. Aho, Ascended Masters, rise. I'd like to now thank our team on Patreon for your amazing and beautiful feedback on our poll that we took about some changes that may be coming in this channel and with my work on Patreon and with our team. Very beautiful and heart-touching. Thank you all very much for your support, your love, and your light. And I'll let you all know in the coming weeks any changes that are going to be made to our work in this channel with these transmissions and the teachings and practices on Patreon. For those that do not know, the teachings, practices, and transmissions on Patreon are rainbow body arts from some ancient traditions such as Taoist, Buddhist, Hindu, that I have trained with several rainbow body masters over the last 30 years in Taoism, Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, shamanic practices, and other esoteric teachings. You can check out the archive of our practices and teachings on primedisclosure.com. Click on the menu Patreon Teachings and Transmissions. And these are the arts that I learned that are all rainbow body arts that I've taught in dojos for many years, which I've learned for over 30 years of training with the masters. So we truly appreciate all of you and your support. If you'd like to join us and support our work and mission and learn these divine arts and practices, you can join us at whitegoldeagle.com or patreon.com/primedisclosure. Also be sure to stick around to the very end of today's transmission. I'm going to post a photograph of a precious little kitten that I was able to spend a couple of hours with today. So you get the Lyran Kitty transmission. Very powerful medicine. A whole 444 coming in. Now with all these powerful energies coming in over the last 24 hours, Pachamama had many activations, 199 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, 99 of the Tengri, the sky beings, most powerful thunder beings. And the most powerful activation was the 7.0 earthquake in Panama, Punta de Barica. They've downgraded to a 6.7 since, but we posted earlier today on our Prime Disclosure YouTube channel a quick update on this powerful activation. We had many other powerful earthquakes. A couple earlier today in Puerto Rico, 3.5, 3.0, Fiji, 4.3, 539 kilometers depth. Rio del California, 4.4, 44, Divine 44. In the Crown of Lemuria, Aleutian Island, 4.3. Dominican Republic, 3.8. With the Divine Masculine, the New Atlantis, Hawthorne, Nevada, 3.9. Papua New Guinea, we had a powerful 6.0 magnitude earthquake. Peru, South America, Andes Mountains, home of our sacred condors, Kundalini Pachamama. 4.9, Big Lake, Alaska, 3.3, 33, Mastery, Fiji, 4.3, 567 kilometers depth. Also Andes Mountains, Chile, South America, 4.9. Colombia, the northern part of the Andes. This is like the crown, opening of Pachamama, with a 4.2, 141 kilometers depth. Nixon, Texas, 3.1. Puerto Rico 3.3, Indonesia 5.2, several other activations in Puerto Rico 3.7, 37 and the 73, Heaven on Earth 3.6, 3.2, 3.4, and then in the heart of Lemuria, Pahala, Hawaii 3.2, then the activation 6.7, most powerful, Panama, then we had a 4.7 Panama, and then a 4.9 Greece in the Sacred Portal 4.0, Papua New Guinea 4.8, Smith Valley again today, Nevada 3.4, North Aegean, Greece 4.3, powerful activation Mongolia 4.2, close to Lake Baikal on the border of Mongolia and Russia. This is a sacred portal of our Mongolian shamans of light. Greece, again 4.1, Nicaragua, Central America 5.3, home of our Mayan elders. We had an activation again in the heart of Lemuria, Volcano, Hawaii 3.4, and the Sacred Portal, Pakistan 4.5, Vanuatu 5.5, fifth dimensional energy coming in, Panama another 4.7, Chile 4.4, Hotville, California, we had a trinity of activations, 3.0, 3.1, and another 3.1, 333 portal. The whole grid is lit up. The whole ring of fire totally lit up and activated. Activating the fire within every living heart, the threefold flame of the Christos consciousness. This is the great rising. This is the levity, the great ascension. And we are the pioneers of this new consciousness, this new territory. The untamed lands of our wild spirits. And spread your wings and fly high, angels of the new earth. Nothing stopping us now. Love has won, victory to the light. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 3 degrees 54 minutes Capricorn. The sun is at 29 degrees 38 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 4 degrees Capricorn. A group of people entering a large canoe for a journey by water, and the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 0 degree Cancer, a daughter of the American Revolution, from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred condor should pull a card for you today from the tarot deck Shadowscapes from Stephanie Poimunlaw and Barbara Moore. And today she pulled the card 3 of Wands. As you can see in the image, little kitty cat. This is the card of the Trinity. This is the bridge that stretches to the edge of the world. Its lower steps beckon for the brave and the curious to step up and begin that trek. It arcs out across the sky, but then it goes no further. She stands there upon the edge and wonders where to go from here. The sun dazzles the eyes from above and shines in a shimmering ribbon of light along the rivers that etches out the canyon so far below. There's a crystalline, timeless quality to the air this high up. It is charged with static that sparks like all the potential she knows is waiting for her here and waiting inside her. Each breath chills and exhilarates. She sees the wands of those who have come this far before her, and perhaps from here they turn back, daunted by what the next step may be. She pauses a moment, does not look down, and then steps forward into what seems to be empty space. She feels sturdy rock and shale materialize under her feet. She realizes then that this entire bridge has been built by the steps and the dreams of others. She takes a breath and then begins to make her own strides. She takes the next step and the next, and the bridge begins to grow beneath her feet. The Three of Wands invites you to explore, seek out the uncharted, expand your horizons, take a long view of situations, and express leadership. It is time, beloved beings of light, to lead humanity over the threshold into the dawning of the golden age of eternal bliss consciousness. 1111 coming in. And now today from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Another day of big energies after a night of energies rolling through. The energies increased yesterday and peaked overnight. Today will be much of the same. As new energies ebb and flow into our magnetosphere, each day it feels like a new adventure, because each day is a new version of you. You're upgrading by the hour, so what would have barely affected you last month is filling you with bliss this month, and those that would have brought in massive ascension symptoms even 2 weeks ago now are barely felt. You are rising higher, bringing in the you that you've been working towards since you took your first breath on this planet. You are doing it. On path, in mission, 33 days to go. Much love and light, Divine One, from agirlintheuniverse.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. Anchoring love and light, we ask you to open your heart, find the space to expand. In every second you are actively contributing to the mission and the life force of Gaia. As your light body integrates, you will notice more space in your mind, more virtual awareness as your thought processes take a whole new meaning of expansion and expression. The term being will resonate and relate on a whole new level. As your multidimensional self becomes your reality, you'll need a period of time integrating this aspect of you to integrate and connect to your multidimensional wings of light. We ask you to be gentle and sensitive with yourself and others. Your transition is occurring. Know it is a process based on your own needs and ascension level. Self-care, good rest, and harmony is an integral step in the process. Focus your thoughts in a heart-centered space of love and light. Know we love you dearly, galactic brothers and sisters, sending waves of cosmic love for your day, the Arcturians and Karen Lithica from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Pars Kute, it is time to take a deep breath, let go, and fall into the center stream of our immaculate homecoming. It's going to require a great deal of trust in ourselves, that our souls have the innate intelligence to navigate successfully and resiliently through this rapidly changing world. This can be the making of us, the forging of our soul's sovereignty. No thing can be more important and rewarding, so we seize the opportunity. We get comfortable in the not knowing of infinite potential. We open a wide internal space so the new vibes of the new 5D consciousness can flood in. Then we will find ourselves at exactly the right place, at exactly the right time, to prosper from the inexorably unfolding 5D ascension shift. We seize the moment, my friends. Let's be all in. With sacred love of one and in service, Pars Kute. From Divine Sister of the Light, Rosie Neal. Many energy portals have aligned and opened and are now streaming forth the higher frequency and coded transmissions to bring about enhanced changes to the consciousness of our planet and its many inhabitants. Those who have awakened at this time have felt these energies expanding and flowing through their energetic bodies in readiness for the next stage of expanded awareness and the changes towards crystalline form. Others are not yet aware of these changes within, having chosen to maintain a continuing existence within the existing earth templates and archetypes. However, all will feel that something different is taking place within and around them. Much has been written about raising vibrations, increasing frequencies, and how to achieve this. But what exactly does this mean, and why do we need to do it? 144, flowing in. We live within an individual bubble known as a torus sphere, which is created from a conscious awareness of our existence, which we experience as reality. The middle of the sphere is our heart center, which allows a conscious flow of energy through us and is projected outwards onto our sphere. The sphere is composed of a hexagonal grid overlying something very much like the flower of life pattern, except it is not flat. This pattern is in constant movement and is a fully organic living process that is taking place. It has a pattern very familiar to the ancients, with examples found across all cultures, here and beyond. We receive feedback of this projected energy flow through our five senses, which is passed to the brain for processing. Our reality is entirely composed of our perception of this flowing information, and all that exists for each person is their own understanding of this and their own individual world. Our belief system controls the amount of information we are prepared to accept or reject. To say that one does not believe this is to demonstrate that the brain has no perception of this to create a coherent understanding. I cannot see it, I cannot feel it, so I don't believe it. It does not exist in my world, therefore everyone else must be wrong. This is the conclusion of third-dimensional existence, where belief only occurs once proved beyond doubt. Fifth-dimensional energies are changing these concepts, presenting anomalies and personal experiences which are shaking the current beliefs and established proofs that science and controlling bodies would have us believe. Belief is the key to expand awareness beyond the limitations of the five senses. The sixth sense is awareness in the sense of feelings, intuition, prediction, anticipation, all the abilities that operate beyond the animalistic five senses. Our evolution is now developing through the cooperation of our planetary consciousness, Gaia, to expand the range of frequencies that our sense of awareness perceives and functions within. This will allow higher dimensional awareness to become fully available to us, while incarnate in a physical body. This was the original divine purpose. Light and sound operate particular wave frequencies which our bodies are built to tune into. Healing is to the avatar is completed by way of sound and color and resonance to restore balance to an energetic frequency of imbalance. DNA determines this process through continued adaptation and the responses and behaviors of our cellular structure. For changes to occur within the physical body and perceive greater frequency awareness, these changes must begin with DNA. This in turn governs the form and substance of our energetic bodies. New encoded patterns of light arriving from the grand central sun as higher particular frequencies start to vibrate previously dormant strands of DNA like harp strings to bring them online and operational. Right now, since 2016, the expanded version of the sun you are now witnessing is a simulation sun that is not organic, that was created to block the frequencies coming through your organic natural sun from the great central sun. However, nothing that is done to this matrix made by way of man will stop what is coming. Chemical poisoning, crop mutation, water structure reshaping, frequency manipulation, blocking of sun exposure, medicinal addictions are all attempts at halting this inevitable process. I need not write further on this of that which cannot ultimately halt this advancement in humanity. For those attuned to these frequencies, having raised their own vibrations sufficiently high, will automatically unlock the higher light key codes within their own DNA, which will bring about the next stages in human evolution. Obviously, an internal change in cellular structure will create physical symptoms as feedback of the changes, as the body flexes and strains against the restructure process. Belief, faith, and trust, as in living your highest excitement and joy, with the deepest of passion, are words that need to come alive within you to allow their resonances to carry you forward one step at a time. One can only receive what they authentically are. What one is emitting will be what they will experience. So if one is manipulating others, it will also experience the manipulation of master manipulators. If one is sending negative energy, it will be returned and experienced in your reality. This is the basic understanding of how energy, vibration, and frequency work. You want more in your life. Do and give more freely to others without judgments, terms, and conditions. The key here is the act must be completed from a pure, authentic heart. The universal law of reciprocation applies in every aspect of your life. It is the basic foundation to everything. The golden age is in full flow around you, as you. From Divine Bro Star of the Light, David, Alexander Lightfoot, Energy Update, Ascension Update. The matrix of 3D is falling. The veil is being lifted. Much feelings of fear, anger, and grief in the collective. Practice self-care and self-love to stay balanced. Dear brothers and sisters on the Ascension and Awakening path, many have been feeling not themselves the last few days, feeling lost, starting to doubt, and questioning their mission and ascension path. Know the 3D matrix is falling for the entire planet and humanity now, and all is shifting faster and faster with the massive light frequencies and energy upgrades coming in daily. The veil is thinning, so feelings of unsafe, fear, anger, grief, and acts of greed and ego we feel and see even more by people's behaviors. Most people have no idea what is going on and feel uncertain about their future. This is what we now pick up from the collective, so do not doubt yourself and stay grounded. Much of the dark forces have been removed. The remaining activities of the dark will all be exposed as they no longer have any backup support. All masks are falling away, all false beliefs, all false information, and false guidance is falling away. Our governments and all religion know the truth and can no longer hide behind their lies and control, as all will be disclosed soon. In the spiritual community, especially those leaders and teachers from the New Age generation with their millions of followers, are being controlled and acting from ego, greed, and control will also be exposed. Those speakers, teachers connected with lower vibrational beings included, many already have fallen away. The only true connection on a 5D ascension path is via the heart with our higher self and the divine, one of higher dimensional love and unconditional love. This connection is a selfless connection in service of the divine and all of humanity, not out of ego, control, or greed. The collective is feeling scared about all that is happening, afraid for the future or feeling lost. They start awakening now and do not understand. No, you are not crazy. Fear is the easiest way to control someone. Those seeking to block our spiritual progress know this. When we are fearful, it is harder to ascend to higher states of consciousness. With the higher planes clearer than ever before, the criminal activities of our 3D world are being exposed. All that is hidden is being revealed. We truly are in the end times of old ways of living on the planet. Our mother Gaia is ascending, and by doing so, she releases old negative energies, also via tropical storms, earthquakes, water floods, forest fires. Do not let all chaos, fear, attacks let you down. We are trailblazers, setting an example for others to follow. As we ascend more, our senses get stronger, our gifts and talents get stronger. However, also bring up more old stuff to surface like old vows, old karma, blocks, and attachments to be released or transmuted into light. To be able to move forward on our ascension path, we need to continue to clear ourselves from all negative energies and shadows daily, staying balanced, focusing on positive things, staying in a high-dimensional love vibration and frequency, and unconditional love will help us to stay the observer and help create change. Do not watch TV is the best advice still. Be in nature, follow your passion points, do things that bring you joy. Continue to work on yourself, stand up for your rights and beliefs if you have to. Be that sovereign wayshower our planet needs right now. State, I am now choosing to live a life in wonderful realities, to create a higher dimensional life of love, peace, harmony, health, creativity, abundance, joy, and the fulfillment of the divine plan for all. Heart blessings, David, Alexander Lightfoot. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. 10:10. The death and releasing of karma off your chakra system and light body continues today. This is for your ascension into your immortal presence in nature. The old versions of self are dying off, possibly creating ascension flu symptoms. Any releasing today is bringing masculine-feminine balance within for you to take a hold of and evolve into the new you. Trust that all the emotions, losing faith, and dealing with all the difficult information of this past is surfacing. Let these bottled-up emotions out. This full moon is bringing them to the surface as a wake-up call. Continue moving forward away from the way things have been. Know that this is all bringing us great change and healing. to go back home to the Garden of Eden. Today's energies are indicating specifically the clearing is breaking, and the spells from sex, magic, and rituals that continue, the pornography and money, power, greed, and excess from lust, temptation, and gluttony. We are starting the new Adam and Eve 2.0 cycle, an evolved human race that is one under the Most High Yahweh, pure and holy. Any remaining contracts from Lilith and her procreation of generations that destroy marriages, family, men, women, and children are being removed and healed. The way this is healed is through the reunion of the divine masculine and feminine Christ. All separation and dualities are clearing for this new beginning of being one whole, the sacred mix of the masculine and feminine. God is ending and removing whatever needs to clear for our tribe to continue forward and receive this union and ascension home. Take this time needed through the full moon to heal and attain this balance. You are becoming whole and complete, which requires the removal of any remaining karmic bonds that are entrapping you in separation and illusions. Be gentle, knowing you are on the right path, and there is no rush and pressure. Receive love and healing from Spirit. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. From Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Hygeia enters Virgo. Eris stations retrograde in Aries. Hygeia slips quietly into healthy Virgo, the perfect placing for this medical asteroid, a goddess of hygiene and cleanliness. Hygeia knows that prevention is better than cure. Consider what practical measures can you take today to protect both health and psyche. Hygeia's healing power in Virgo is also the ability to perceive details, analyze, recognize that nothing exists in isolation. Tidy up, clean, cleanse, purify, maintain order. Pay attention to the mind-body connection. Meanwhile, Eris, goddess of discord, begins her backstep through Aries, taking her action within. Here she hunts out internalized oppressors, parts of the psyche shaped by outside influence long ago. Inwardly, it could feel like a cacophony of offbeat drums that alerts us of where we have fallen out of sync with our true selves. Eris, fierce and glorious, ejects the inner saboteur, smashes away patriarchal conditioning, kicks aside unhealthy competitiveness. You are strong, screams Eris. You have a right to live. You have a right to create. You have a right to be. Take your anger and rage and bathe them in the fires of creation and power. The blood of your grandmother burns in your veins. Stand tall. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And now, Noosphere Day 2021 Galactic Synchronization Portal. The harmonic factor. What is the noosphere? The noosphere is the planetary sphere of mind or thinking layer of planet Earth. To grasp the idea of the noosphere, we must elevate our consciousness and open ourselves to the most general, elemental, and cosmic principles of life on Earth. As the mental sheath of the planet, the noosphere characterizes mind and consciousness as a unitary phenomenon. This means that the quality and nature of our individual and collective thoughts directly affects the noosphere and creates the quality of our environment, the biosphere. The noosphere represents the breakthrough to a new consciousness, a new time, and a new reality arising from the biospheric crisis. This is known as the biosphere-noosphere transition. Just as the biosphere is the unity of all life and its support system, the noosphere is the unity of all mind and its thinking layers. In this way, the noosphere can be understood as the sum of the mental interactions of all life. Within the noosphere exists the evolutionary control panels known as the PSI bank or the Psi bank, the storage and the retrieval system for all the mental programs. As the next stage of evolution of the terrestrial biosphere, the noosphere signifies the advent of a qualitative dimensional shift, the passage from one state to another. This perspective of the noosphere as an evolutionary event can be scientifically anticipated by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, the noted French paleontologist, as well as his colleague, with whom he jointly coined the word noosphere in 1926, Russian geochemist Vladimir Vernadsky. See the theory and history of the noosphere. The internet is the third-dimensional reflection of the noosphere, a form of proto-telepathy. When the noosphere is fully activated, then the human species will experience telepathy as a collective norm. From Jose Aurelius' Manifesto for the Noosphere. The Noosphere, Pi, and the Divine Feminine. July 22nd is also regarded as Pi Day, equal 22/7, 22 divided by 7, the most recognized mathematical constant in the world. Scholars often consider pi the most important and intriguing number in all of mathematics. We can never truly measure the circumference or area of a circle because we can never truly know the complete value of pi. Pi, spelled Pi, and phi, spelled Phi, are both irrational numbers, meaning its digits go on forever in a seemingly random sequence. July 22nd, 22/7 also marks every year the feast of St. Mary Magdalene. As embodiment of the Divine Feminine's original blueprint, it is very interesting to note that the date chosen to honor her evokes the number pi, the number associated with the mystery and perfection inscribed in a circle. Letter M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. Noosphere Day is celebrated every year on the 26th day of the 13th moon, 3113 coming in the Divine Mirror. 26 equals 13 plus 13 equals M plus M equals 26. 26 is a perfect fractal of the sacred count of 260 days. The 260 Katuns comprise within the 13 Baktun cycle of the Mayan long count. 26 is also a perfect fractal of the Pleiadian year comprised by 26,000 Earth years, also known as the precession of the equinoxes. Noosphere Day equals Pi Day. July 22nd also marks the entrance of the Sun into the Leo constellation and serves as celestial opener of the Lion's Gate of 8821. 22/7 opens the 8821 gateway. Noosphere Day 2021, 333333 portal. Last June 19, 2021 marked the completion of 3,300 days from the Venus transit of 2012 and the opening of a 33-day window of harmonic resonance to Noosphere Day 2021 and the completion of 3,333 days from the passage of Venus through the solar disk. 3333 corresponds to 100 cycles of 33 days plus 33 days. July 22nd, 2021 marks therefore a peak day of harmonic resonance between the Venus cycles, 3,333 day marker, and the new Sirius cycles, NS1.33 year marker, from Pi days to Phi days. On the Zolkin count, Noosphere Day 2021 corresponds to Kin 22012 Sun, the last day of harmonic 55 within the 260-day harmonic module. Number 55 holds the 10th position on the Fibonacci sequence. This alignment is closing with great numerical elegance this 34th cycle out of 52 years, comprised within new Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, precisely on the Gregorian year ending in 21. Number 21 and 34 hold the 8th and 9th positions of the Fibonacci sequence. It also holds the entrance into a cluster node of harmonic resonance comprised by 5 days and 5 dates connected to the number phi and the golden proportion across the fabric of time. Number 5 holds the 5th position on the Fibonacci sequence. Let's examine them in more detail. 5 days for the transformation of time. On the 13 moon 28-day calendar, July 21st marks the entrance into the last 5 days of the year. The ancient Maya people observed the last 5 days of their solar calendar, Hab, H-A-A-B, as a sacred window of time known as the Wayeb. This is therefore considered a holy time. During this time, people take the opportunity to reflect on the year that is about to close and prepare their souls, minds, hearts, and bodies before the entrance into a new solar year. The word Wayeb, W-A-Y-E-B, means rest, bed, or vision. However, it is a compound word from the Yucatec Maya language. Way is the root of the verbs to sleep and dream, while eb is a suffix that makes time plural. In this way, it is understood that way is interpreted as the transformation process of the person, and when adding the suffix eb, it is translated as transformation of time. A new galactic year of golden proportions. Since the entire new galactic year started this July 26, 2021, is coded by Kin 224, now seems relevant to highlight once again some of the harmonic aspects behind this coming 13 moon cycle, its close relationship to the golden proportion, and why it represents a node of key harmonic resonance. Days 224 through 225 mark the golden section of one 365-day cycle. This is because 365 divided by 225 equals 5. On the 13 moon count, days 224 through 225 correspond to the last day of the 8th moon of the 13 moon year and the first day of the 9th moon, marking 5 remaining moons of 28 days to complete the 13 moon year, 5-8-13. This is of special significance during this new galactic year, considering that the 224th day of this year, coded Kin 224, will mark therefore the completion of the first golden section of this new Sirius cycle, coded by number 34, NS 1.34. This coming Kin 224 will mark the completion of a perfect octave of 8 years from Galactic Synchronization 2013, and day 224-365 marks the perfect octave of the 13 moon year, 8-8. In music theory, an octave or perfect octave is the interval between one musical pitch and another with double its frequency, 5-8-13 on a piano keyboard. Every year the date August 13 marks the golden section of the Gregorian year, day 225-365. August 13 is noted as 813. Numbers 8 and 13 hold the 6th and 7th positions on the Fibonacci sequence. 13 divided by 8 equals 1.625. August 13, 8.13, also marks every year the ground zero position on the Mayan long count on August 13, 3113, corresponding to vigesimal marker 0.0.0.0.04, a jaw. Venus, our twin planet, completes one orbit around the Sun every 224 through 225 days. When Venus completes 13 orbits, Earth immediately completes 8 orbits, 13-8, and both planets complete a perfect 5-pointed star, 13-8-5. This is because Venus orbit 22.5 times 13 equals 2,918.5 days. Earth orbit 365.25 times 8 equals 2,922 days. The multidimensional mystery of creation keeps unfolding, and today is a great window to dive into it. Enjoy the journey. In Lakek 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. Time is art. From Medium.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 219, Blue Spectral Storm. Spectral is the name for the number 11, and its keywords are liberate, release, and dissolve. The 11th day of the Red Moon wave spell is a challenge to the going with the flow agenda, and so we are released from this and liberated. Today is Blue Storm, which represents catalyze, energy, and self-generation. This wave spell has been about letting go of control and not worrying about things, trusting that things are unfolding as they should. But today's storm is not taking a back seat anymore and demands to make changes. However, these changes are liberating, so do not be frightened of the storm. The burst of energy it provides can be invigorating too. The guide today is also Blue Storm. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light Roger Grossman, today is Blue Spectral Storm Day on the 13 Moon Dream Spell Mayan calendar. Blue Storm, Tribe 19 of the 20 Solar Tribe Archetype Cycle, catalyzes self-generate energy. Awaken your internal thunder being. Catalyze energy from within yourself. Welcome seeming disruptions that bring needed renewal and change. Blue Storm is the penultimate archetype of the 20 Solar Tribe Archetype System. Blue Storm comes rumbling in at the last moment, energetically rearranging, putting everything right where it needs to be. This last-minute reworking sets the stage for the ascension, burning, and total illumination of tomorrow's Yellow Sun archetype. Imagine the Yellow Sun tribe as a rocket ship sitting atop the launch pad. Blue Storm comes roaring in at the last moment, bringing it all the fuel that is needed for liftoff. The actual fuel source is located inside of and being generated by you. Be prepared to go with the flow as your plans may unfold differently than you had originally expected them to. These disruptions to your plans are bringing something better in their wake than what you had originally been aiming for. In addition to experiencing the storm energies today, you will also become the embodiment of the storm, bringing energy and needed renewal and change to others. Spectral tone of liberation, step 11 of the 13-step creative energy tone cycle. Dissolve, release, liberate. Following yesterday's perfect manifestations that came within the realm of the white mirror, reflects order, endlessness. It is now time to liberate yourself of those manifestations that are no longer serving you and your highest vision of yourself. Release any attachments, ideas, fears, restrictive thinking, and unnecessary rules that you have imposed upon yourself. Dissolve limiting structures and liberate yourself so you may expand to unlimited new horizons and possibilities. As you liberate yourself through catalyzing, self-generation, and energy, you clear the way and create opportunities for tomorrow's cooperative group activities involving enlightenment, life, and universal fire. Liberation through and about catalyzing, self-generation, and energy. Day 11 of the 13-day cycle themed Red Moon purifies flow, universal water. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Blue Spectral Storm, Kin 219, 21 July 2021. Catalyzing Planetary Liberation. 21/7/2021 equal 3/7/5 equal 3/12 equal 3/3 equal 6. 3/3 Divine Heavenly Portal. 41/41 coming in. 21 Crown of the Magi Victory Rewards. 3 Holy Trinity Joy Creativity. 7 Magic Mystic Spiritual Solitude Initiation. 5 Freedom Change Transformation Liberation. 6 Heaven Christ Harmony Family Fertility. Kin 219 equal 12 equal 3 Holy Trinity Joy. A 333 code, Holy Divine Code, a fated day of divine destiny. Here it is, planetary kin. The triple revolutionary storm has arrived, closing off the year of the blue lunar storm in 3 days. These storms will be the last for this galactic year of chaos and turbulence. We literally have a deluge downpouring today with triple storm energies on top of the 11th day in the goddess wave spell. The goddess final rinse has turned into a turbocharged flushing as we witness terrible storms and flooding rains in Europe, Germany, Belgium, Austria, and now China and Saudi Arabia, flooding the parched deserts. The goddess has a plan and is working synergistically with the lunar storm, using her universal waters to purge all density and resistance to going with the new flow of the new energy. Huge earth purification as all is being revealed now through this crescendo of the blue storm. Batten down the hatches, folks, and stay safe. 3 days to go. Keep praying for the calm after the storm. Lord, have mercy on Gaia's children. Kin 219, the spectral storm, last occurred 9 months ago on the 3rd of November 2020. A very significant planetary day. Of course, this was the USA election day. The spectral storm codes will affect tremendous planetary liberation and free humanity from tyrannical control. Needless to say, today is a very intense day of purification and cleansing, crumbling and collapsing the old structures. The storm is clearing our way for a clean slate and a wonderful new beginning in the electric seed year of service to humanity, quickly approaching. Note storm days often coincide with physical storm, so be prepared. Seek safe shelter from the quadruple storm today. Day 11 in the red moon wave spell of the goddess, who is enhancing our intuition and sensitivity as we purify our vessels in order to find our flow. Today is a day of release, releasing all energies built up over the last 10 days and manifested yesterday. The goddess is seriously cleansing our planet in preparation for our new galactic year. All density must go. Today we are seeking to release more flow in order to accomplish liberation from what has kept us blocked from our natural God-given flow. There is tremendous water energy in today's code with triple storm plus the goddess, the quadrella. Utilize this purifying universal water energy for the most beneficial outcome. The dam gates are fully opened, or rather have broken, and the waters are gushing through at tremendous velocity, creating electrical hydro power. Today is a revolutionary day for catalyzing great personal and planetary change. Tone of creation. Spectral is the 11th tone of creation. It operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. Today is also about emotional release. Allow that energy in motion to be expressed and dissolved. Allow the tears, the laughter, the joy to be expressed. No holding back. Connect with your higher wisdom, giving you the intelligence to carve a new path of liberation. This is a very powerful opportunity to release core wounding of old ancient ancestral patterns and cycles, choosing to release and liberate all that no longer serves our well-being in order to feel a greater flow. It is time to break out of jail and lockdowns. These are very powerful energies at work to create final closure, dissolving all impediments to us finally claiming our true sovereignty and finding our divinely ordained destiny path. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway and polarity, inviting us all to step through into a new, more divine reality in our perfected, golden, Sophia, Christed light bodies. Bathe in the universal waters of the goddess to purify all that is not of love or from divine source. Allow the purification of your emotional body to manifest more abundant flow in your life, opening up to allow the love of the goddess energy to flow through your being. To reap the gifts today, Muluk asks you to become an empty vessel and shine your light, becoming the beacon of awakened awareness. As you open to the remembrance of your true light, the voice of spirit will freely flow through your purified vessel, filling it with the golden light from Ahau until your cup runneth over. Open and activate the flow of pure consciousness and unlimited divine support to flow and carry your vessel through the universal waters of your newly charmed life. Today we have an extraordinary lineup of codes: God, Wind, Double Goddess, Sun, Christ, Buddha, Triple Storm, Transformation, Freedom, and the 333 Holy Trinity times 3. If that combo does not rock your socks off, nothing will. Witness the global catalytic events today. The old world is collapsing in order to make way for a new, better world. God wins. Love has won. So planetary kin, trust in the power of the triple divine storm and the double goddess to catalyze the tremendous changes that humanity seeks. Get ready to walk through new doors as a liberated sovereign being. Nova Gaia welcomes you. Today's question is, how can I harness the tremendous power of the storm to catalyze great transformation and liberate pure divine consciousness? Divine blessings for unleashing a great deluge of prosperity, freedom, and divine illumination. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 219, Blue Spectral Storm. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to catalyze. Releasing energy, I seal the matrix of self-generation. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and transmutations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and our donations for our daily living expenses, so we appreciate all of you for your support. We'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brostar of the Light, Peter Weaver, for your pledge and support on Patreon. We'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Angel of Light, Gallo Franco, for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and join our team on Patreon, you can do so at whitegoldeagle.com or visit patreon.com/prime disclosure. Now, I'd like to also take the time to thank Divine Angel of the Light, Laurent Mermet, for your donation. We'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Vanessa Benedict, for your donation. And we'd like to thank Divine Brostar of the Light, Joel Bakery, for your extra donation today. Thank you all. We appreciate and are grateful for each and every one of you to help allow us to continue doing this work and bringing these transmissions to the world, and for our work and transmissions, teachings on Patreon. We appreciate you all very much, from the top of our heart to the bottom and everything in between. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so at our PayPal link at egolovecondor.com. And I'd like to also thank everyone that has supported my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems encoded with divine union, abundance, and unconditional love, and other handmade works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And I'd like to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, July 21st, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Discipline centers +++ are established. Calls to crystalline confidence spread. Timely route changes happen. Favors to dedicated in progress. Etheric concentrations in progress. Old paradigms are still breaking. Tectonic adjustments take place in the main ring. Special projector for emissions anchoring, 24% non-regressive. Special projector for emissions and reverberation, 24% non-regressive. Ashtar plus Conch Super 11 plus active and physical 1, reverb, 34% non-regressive. Miasmic removals occur in environments of relief. Angelicals are still in exploration. Transistors harmonize for permanencies. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 supporting active missionary channels from disclosurenews.it. 5151 coming in 6-6 portal of the 6th dimensional higher dimensional star nations. The intra-dimensional connections are made. So with this, beloved beings of light, thank you for joining us all. Thank you all for your support, your love, your light, and your kindness, compassion for us and for all humanity. Keep shining your light brightly into the night and walk gently your sacred path with heart. Always remember, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the way in, the way out, and the way everywhere. I am that I am. There is no separation in reality. Only love and truth, and the great mystery as source, our true, highest dimensional self, the original mind, the unborn mind of Buddha, pure awareness. Have a beautiful and blessed awakening process, and be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.